Alright everyone, we're back here. We have put our 2 coats of brown paint on here. We are now ready to do the faux technique we're going to use to add the wood grain and also knock down the shine on this bear a little bit. When you first get gun paint, it'll be nice and smooth, but that's not really what we want, and it has a really brown look to it. So as I start to apply this here, you always want to go from the center of the nose when we're doing the face. Sort of wipe down, we're sort of getting that wood grain back in there. There we go. Make sure you get into these eye sockets really good. Get the color in there that we need. Everywhere that is brown has to have this on it to knock down that sheen a little bit. Now, as we're doing this, make sure you're always putting it on in the same grain. See how, notice I'm going from top to bottom all the way through there? Trying to keep it looking just like wood. Now, it's going to start drying pretty quick. So you want to keep on, you sort of wipe it down to exactly what you want it to look like as it's drying. Doesn't take very long. And there is that half of the face. It's that easy. Now let's go ahead and we're going to do the other side of the face really quick. Over here. Make sure we get all the... Sometimes I find it easier to do the eye parts while it's still nice and wet. Same thing with under the mouth. While it's still nice and wet, get under the mouth, around the tongue. Okay, still putting it on up and down strokes. Going straight for... Okay, then you start cleaning it up from the center of the top of the nose down, keeping those nice wood grain marks in there. There we go. And looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Use the dry part of the rag to sort of, if it looks a little dark, use the dry part of the rag to get a little bit of that excess off of there. And make sure you get underneath the chin. Otherwise, people are looking down there and it'll look a little weird. Get all the cracks. Make sure you look at the whole thing as you get done. Make sure it looks good. Any little smudges and stuff, sort of wipe them down. Once it dries, it's pretty much permanent. Now, if you don't like what you have done, you look back and you're like, that doesn't work well, put another coat of brown paint on it. Grab another rag once it dries and do it again. It is one of those things where you can't really go wrong by putting another coat of paint on it. And you don't have to be worried about too particular, other than keeping the strokes from top to bottom and sort of follow the curve of the bear. See, I'm starting from here, coming around just like that. And that is how we faux the face. The rest of the bear is pretty much just as simple. We're going to apply a bit of stain here. I would probably use gloves so you don't have black hands for a couple days or so. But I seem to always get a little dirty anyways. I find to work with smaller areas and then finish them up and then go to another area. Trying to do too much at one time is probably the #1 way you're going to start feeling a little overwhelmed. So just pick one area, faux that area. Alright, and we're looking pretty good. And that is pretty much the basics of the faux technique. Practice makes perfect, so the first one's going to be a little rough. You'll notice you'll get a lot better at it by the third one. Alright, thanks for watching our video. And there'll be a couple other videos showing you different parts of how to refinish your bears. Thank you very much.